Once upon a time in Africa, there lived a fox and a stork, and they were friends. Now the fox, who looked something like this, was a trickster. He liked playing jokes and practical tricks on his friends. Now the stork, who looked something like this, a very tall and stately bird with his long bill, he hadn't known the fox very well, or for very long, so he didn't know about the fox's practical jokes. One day, while they were down at the river, the fox met up with the stork. "Mr. Stork, we've been friends for a while now, and you know, it's a shame I've never invited you over for dinner. Are you free tomorrow night? Would you like to come to dinner with me?" "Mr. Fox, I would be honored. That is so kind of you to invite me over for dinner. I'll be over at 7. Would that be okay?" "Yes, that would be fine. It'll be good to see you tomorrow. I've got quite the meal in store for you." "Well, I'm honored, but unfortunately I have to go. I have other appointments that I have to get to, so I'll see you tomorrow?" "Yes, I'll see you tomorrow." And the stork let out his huge wings and beat once, twice, and he was in the air. Oh, it'll be a fun trick to play on the stork tomorrow. The next day the stork arrived. He beat his wings once, twice, and landed. "Good evening, Mr. Fox. It's almost 7. I hope I'm not too early." No, you're fine, but dinner's not ready yet, so if you'll wait just a little bit." Of course, I'll be happy to." And the stork tried to sit down, but with his long legs and it was just awkward. Finally, a few minutes later, the fox brought out dinner. He brought out a delicious fish stew, but on a shallow plate, and placed it in front of the stork. He set down another plate, and he sat down. "Well, Mr. Stork, I hope you enjoyed the dinner." And the fox began lapping up his food. The stork, with his long bill, looked at this little plate. He could smell the food. He knew that it smelled delicious, but when he tried to put his beak down, he hit the edges of the plate. He tried approaching it from a couple of different ways, but he was unable to enjoy the dinner that the fox had prepared for him. But the stork, being a real bird, tried his best. Finally he said, "Well, thank you for dinner, Mr. Fox. I have to be going back to my home now, but I appreciate you inviting me over for dinner." The stork took a couple of steps, beat his wings once, twice, and he was up in the air. The fox watched the stork fly away. "That was a great trick. I am so smart." The stork flew home. He beat his wings once, twice, and landed. It's quite a mean trick that the fox played on me. I wonder if he knows what it feels like. I wonder if he's ever had a trick played on him. A trick played on him. The stork spent the rest of the night thinking about this trick that he would play on the fox, and it came to him almost instantly, and he planned it out. The next day, over at the river, the stork was flying, and he saw the fox, and he beat his wings once, twice. "Hello, Mr. Fox. I apologize because last night you were so gracious as to host me for dinner, and I didn't invite you back for dinner in response." "Seriously? You want to have me for dinner?" "Well, I'm glad you're a good sport. That's really nice of you, Mr. Stork." Of course. It would be lovely to have you over for dinner, and I've got a great meal in store for you as well. Are you available tomorrow night at 7? Oh yeah, no, that sounds great. Excellent. The next day at 7, the fox came over. Mr. Stork, I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but I was kept up at the river. Is dinner ready yet? Almost, Mr. Fox. It'll be just a few minutes. Good. And the fox sat down, and he had a lot more luck at it than the stork did. A few minutes later, a stork brought out these great big bottles with these long, thin necks. The stork had prepared a fish stew like the fox had. He placed one bottle in front of the fox and placed one bottle down for himself. Well, Mr. Fox, I hope you enjoy. And with his long bill, the stork put his mouth into the bottle and began enjoying the delicious fish stew he had prepared. Thank you, Mr. Stork. Oh, it smells lovely, and I'm just ready to dive in. The fox tried to lick around the mouth of the bottle, but the bottles were designed for storks, not foxes, and try as he might, the fox couldn't get it in. Mr. Stork, this is a very mean trick you've played on me, inviting me to dinner and then serving it to me in a way that I can't enjoy it. Well, Mr. Fox, how do you think I felt at dinner the other night, when you played the same trick on me? Perhaps you know how I felt. And from that day on, the fox never played a trick on anyone else without thinking twice about how it would feel. Thank you.